Welcome back to Task Force Podcast, an airsoft podcast made by the airsofters for the airsofters.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Task Force Podcast. I'm your host, Snake, joined by my co-host,
Nasty. Oh, yeah, awkward on the mic.
every time.
Yeah.
In today's episode, we are joined by a special guest, Grimnir Tactical. These guys are hosting some big-time events, especially here. They've got one coming up out on the East Coast. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys. Jesus, I can never talk. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's Rabbit from Grimnir Tactical, and we also got one other member with us as well.
Yep, this is Doc from Grimnir Tactical.
Dude, it's really exciting to have you guys on the show.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah, it's super awesome to be here. We're really, really, really excited.
I think this is the one I've been most nervous for.
I know.
I'm kind of nervous.
I agree. Me too. I'm kind of
Yeah.
like, I can't talk very much. Like, just stumbling over myself.
Right.
But no, I wanted to talk to you guys and help get the word out there. Like, I know COVID has been
Fucking us.
yes, like very hardly, and I'm sure you guys have felt some impact from it this year, more than any other, I bet. Well, it's never happened before, so that was stupid.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that if anything, it's just made it much more difficult, and there's a lot more hoops to jump through, and there's harder decisions to make, right? Like,
Right.
you want to bring as many people in, but like for example, we were going to go to AMS this coming weekend, right, Rabbit? It was the next weekend, right?
Yeah, the August 1st, this upcoming weekend.
Yeah.
Right.
We were going to go to third front, and they did the responsible thing, and they canceled. But you're constantly weighing and judging what's the right thing to do. Do we still have this? Can we still have this? It's definitely made it interesting to keep things planning and moving.
Right. I was gonna say it's got to be weird from like a weird legal standpoint of you don't want to have a bunch of people together because if somebody gets sick and this and that and
But I'm trying to make this money, though.
Right. Exactly.
It just would fuck me. I'd be
Like,
mad as shit.
It would like, I mean, granted, I feel like most of the time the guys who have the good games put them on to help grow the community. But I mean, you guys are probably going to agree with me. It's a lot of fucking hard work to put in that much effort and time, right? I mean, you want some type of return for it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not news that this is our first event that we're hosting at this level.
Right.
But with that being said, it's been a ton of work, especially when we're trying to, put in differentiators that, no other producers really are doing.
Right.
So whether, promotional content, marketing, things like that, some of the promoters and vendors for these events do a fantastic job, but we're trying to go above and beyond to really drive, what we see as a cinematic feel and put people into the storyline. So beyond just the logistics behind an event with venue and vendors and all the things that go into it, on top of that, we're here every single day, and this is not our regular 9-to-5 jobs.
Right.
We're doing, what we think above and beyond. Like, I don't get off my computer. Doc doesn't get off his computer. We're up, and it's been that way since we announced. I mean, that was May 1st, and it's just been constant. So it's a ton of work, and COVID's just been a bitch about it too. So neither.
Dude, that's I don't think you could have put it any better.
Right.
Like it is like if you think running a podcast is simple,
No.
to a certain extent. Now it's a lot easier to run a podcast than it is to organize an event. You guys are kicking our ass on that front. Way like
I'm
totally,
just too retarded
yeah,
to do that big of a thing.
Yeah.
This is hard enough for me.
Like I ran local games and fucking just fuck that, dude. Like it takes a certain type of individual.
Yeah, it does.
For sure.
It's I'll tell you what, though, it's definitely a labor of love. Like we love the sport, we love what we do, we love the community. I mean, we meet amazing people everywhere we go. We're avid players ourselves.
Right.
So yeah, does it suck to like get off of 12 hours worth of like meetings and project management stuff? Like that's what I do for a living. And then
Right.
like oh, let me sit down and write like a 10-page narrative and come up with missions and stuff. Like that sounds super awesome. I can't wait to do that. But it's honestly, it's awesome. And, you know, like for us, like, yeah, do we want to, like, you know, like, I mean, we mentioned something earlier about, you know, yeah, like, you want to get a return for your money. Nah,
Right.
I mean, we do, but, like, truth be told, like, the return we get is, you know, like, for example, we have a really awesome team joining us, Deadline Force from New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And they joined up, and the thing that's really worth it for us is they started to create their own propaganda. They're diving right into the narrative. They've done their own propaganda for their faction, the CFI. They're,
Right.
you know, kind of, you know, just running with it. And that's the return. That's so
Yeah.
awesome. And that's invaluable. Like, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. We talked a little bit to Grimnir Tactical about that in the first season, and they were talking about how they were making propaganda, and I was like, dude, this is something that I've never really heard of. Like, you know, I've heard a little bit of like, oh, the guys are recording news stints for after the game and whatnot, but never anything before to build up any hype or anything along those lines. I thought that was kind of interesting and something that was unique to you guys.
Yeah, and piggyback off of what Doc said, and you know, of course, financial reimbursement, if you call it, would be great, but it's mainly just put it right back in so that the next event can be
Right.
bigger, and people are going to be able to join us with that. But I mean, the return, like this, and I'll let Doc talk on it more. This whole narrative is straight out of his brain. He's created this entire narrative. I personally have done like jack shit except for take his mental images and put it into any type of film.
Which you did a pretty good job at. You did a pretty good job at that. I mean, you did okay.
So, I mean, I'm kind of putting it, you know, out there so other people can see what's going on in his brain. But, like, to know the story that he's had in his head for years and this narrative and this dynamic universe he created, seeing that come to life, people taking that and actually making their own characters and wanting to be a part of it is hands down the most rewarding thing we could ask for. Like, that is the coolest shit. We know it's growing the community. We know people are getting into it. We know people are having meetings with their team about what they want to kind of like represent at the event. You know,
Right.
Something we really are preaching to everybody is like, make a character, and there's going to be a series of events. There's multiple episodes. Think of it as like a giant video series or a extended, you know, Netflix series, whatever you want to call it. But you know, these people are truly making their own, and we love that,
dude.
That's badass.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. I think that's awesome. Like, and to speak what you were talking about there, like, somebody had asked me. I did a Q&A on Instagram, and somebody had asked me what my best or most favorite part of the airsoft industry to date was, or my favorite accomplishment. What I thought was really cool, and kind of the same thing. What you're saying is like, you know, when we started the podcast, we thought it was just gonna be some bullshit. People are gonna listen to us and maybe just be like, "Ha, these guys are dumb." But like, it's kind of created like this small following, the task force, as we like to call it, of people who are supportive and want to, you know, hang out with us and talk to us and whatnot, and they want to meet up at events. Like, that shit blows your fucking mind.
And then dudes who have bigger brain power than me are sitting right here talking to us.
Yeah,
that's
right.
badass. Because on my mental level, after hearing these guys talk, I am now put myself on a lower tier because I couldn't. These guys, what you guys are doing and what other people are bringing to the table, as in like the characters, the teams,
right,
and the people that have the general drive, like it's amazing. It's cool. I had a thought path, but it was whatever.
Well, I was gonna ask you guys. What do you think sets Grimnir apart from the others that are out there? You know.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that, you know, and like Ian said, like the narrative's like my big thing, and I'll be honest, like I think if he can be sometimes overly generous. Yes, like it started off as like actual like a series of books I was starting.
Oh, do we lose you guys? I think we might have lost them.
Did you have your Wi-Fi on?
Can you turn my Wi-Fi off and call them back? Oh, no. You there?
Yeah, it's Rabbit.
All right.
Oh man.
But no, so we were talking what sets Grimnir apart.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. So, so yeah, like I was saying, so like I feel like Rabbit, gives the narrative a lot of. I do love the narrative, and I think it's, as far as I've seen, like a unique setting. So that's definitely the whole future, the space type stuff, like that's different, right? And I'm gonna comment that makes making promotional content a bitch. Like,
right.
We were sitting there like, hey, how are we gonna do like this and this and this? And we're like, well, do we like buy a green screen? And Rabbit was like, I don't know how to do that. Like,
I know, I just don't want to.
Yeah,
right.
well,
it's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but like all kidding aside, like I think what we're going for, right, is we're really trying to marry like the hardcore with something more casual. So like I mean, Milton West, like they're the first hardcore that everyone comes to. Like, they got staying in 40 hours straight. You're in the suck,
right.
And it's super immersive, and everyone loves that. We love that. They're like our favorite producers to go to.
Right.
And then you've got, we went to, I think, New York City Airsoft is the first one that comes to mind, and they put on a great event. It's super casual though, right? It feels a little more like a tightly organized open play day at times, right?
Yeah.
So what we've done is we're trying to find that and toe that line between something incredibly hardcore and immersive, but also making it accessible enough so that a lot of people can enjoy it. So we've introduced mechanics like fobs, right? So at this particular event, each team's going to have a fob that can't really be totally taken over. Can sure as hell be attacked at all hours of the day. But on that fob, we do that almost like a central hub, right? So we're going to get Amped Airsoft in there, and they're going to run quartermasters, meaning when you're not on mission, come in, you can buy grenades, you can buy new guns if you want to, you can just, look at new stuff. You can have all the supplies right there. Didn't bring enough BBs? You can buy BBs right on the spot. Need some more grenades? Great, they got you covered. And then we're going to do some other cool stuff at the top. So, like, we're going to have cornhole set up. We're going to do some shooting drills. We're going to do some one-on-one simulation stuff just to keep everyone engaged. So when they're not on mission, if they just want to chill out, they can still, have a good time.
Right. You're not just sitting at the fob, and obviously you can't have, like in real life, play Xbox or watch movies. But if you could set that up, that would be fucking dope.
That's badass.
But dude, cornhole, can you imagine just playing cornhole and like picking up some like extra BBs and
dude, that would be sick. That would put me in full immersion because, like he said, you're not out mission, you're not shooting, you're not doing whatever. So like they would in real life, what would keep your mind going instead of losing your fucking mind sitting there?
Right.
Right. And we definitely want to have guys on guard duty, on guard patrols, right? Like presence patrols. But there's always going to be that chill out time. And frankly speaking, I'm dying for the moment when some grenades get tossed over the side of the fob and dudes are hanging out in their like gym shorts and they got to scramble for their weapons. Like you said, to me, it provides that casual, but then it also is still super immersive. So you're getting this full kind of feeling. And it's not as like, shit, I'm out in the cold. It sucks. I'm getting rained on. This is horrible. And we're also adding in a couple, like 4 vehicles, right? Everything we do, we want an eye for mechanics. And what we want to do is provide players with tactical choices and decisions they have to make. So, for example, when a tank gets destroyed, that doesn't automatically come back to base. That generates a dynamic mission where if you want to use that tank again, you got to go get it. Or if the tank's disabled, you got to go rescue that crew.
Dude.
So you've got to make it out there, and you got to rescue the tank. So that's the kind of stuff we're going for, where you're putting players in these oh shit situations where they have to say, well, do we continue on this mission or is the tank more valuable, right? Those kind of things. Ravi, you got anything you want to?
Yeah. Just one thing that really does, I think, set us apart is the fact that everybody goes to events, whether it's American Milsim West, whatever you go to, amazing producers, but everybody wants to feel high speed.
Right.
Everybody wants to do cool shit. And we have gone to quite a few of these events. And you know what? We're not in that tight little circle that, have been going there for 5, 6, 7 years for 4 events. So we don't get picked for those really cool things. Yeah. Because we do it, it's because they don't know us well enough. And that's not even like something that we're not even upset about it.
Right.
But it was more so, how can we make every single player feel like they are the most badass people on the field at any given time? So when you're sitting there and you're playing cornhole, or you don't have you just got off guard duty. And then somebody comes over the radio, and now your platoon leader is like, you 8 people, we need you to go rescue a tank. They're going to be like, fuck yeah, let's go rescue this.
180 change up of what you were just doing.
Oh my god! You know how much money I would pay to do this?
I don't know. Maybe you should tell us more.
I'm gonna hit you with that cool, like, dude. Literally, if it's gonna be like this, I'd go get Mom. I need your credit card, and I need about 2 G's to get me out there to pay. Okay, an event like that. A person like me, if that was guaranteed content from me, the whole patrols, the fighting, the saving tanks, saving Private Ryan, fucking storming the beaches, bro, I'd pay a cool $500.
Really?
I'd pay fat cash. I'd give him 5 $100 bills.
When you stop and think about like what you just said as a content creator, this event could be amazing to go to, because even in the dull moments, something can happen and it's changed.
Right, and that's what I want. If I'm a player, my happy fat ass could be sitting there eating nachos, and like he said, a couple grenades get thrown over, and it's a raid. Don't think I want to be butt ass naked, gear up, and start fighting. Like, that would be dope.
I really hope no one's butt ass naked.
I mean, what if I'm a dude who poops naked and we're getting raided?
I mean, I've never taken a shit so bad that I have to be naked.
Well, I'm one of a kind. But go ahead. I'm done.
At Walmart, he gets 100% naked. He takes his shit in the stall. Puts all
I fold my clothes and put them on the back of the toilet to cover the sensor.
On the child's seat.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
Jesus.
I'm a great dude, I promise. But go ahead. I'm done.
It's one of those things that, like, just having the opportunity for something to happen at any given time is definitely something that should excite people. And you're right, as a content creator, as somebody that is trying to make yourself known on the world of Instagram and YouTube, like, this is an event for you to go to. Like, both sides, we have 2 factions. We have the IGC, which is the military power side, and then we have the CFI, we'll go with simple terms, the rebels, right? The civilians turned rebels that are going to be, causing a little bit of chaos. So whatever play style you have, or maybe even you want to change up your play style and do something different, like, you're going to have so many opportunities to do cool things. And that's our mission. We don't want one person walking out of there going, I didn't do a cool run. I didn't do a high value target hit, or I didn't rescue a tank. And, like, the tank mechanic, like, that's one thing we just started bouncing off each other. Like, obviously we knew that if a tank goes down, a certain amount of hits, it's immobilized. After a certain amount of hits, once you are in it, if it takes 3 hits, if you're in or 10 feet from that tank, you're dead. Like, you're done. But we are also going to throw in a mechanic, which is legitimately somebody can act as a mechanic, and every tank will actually be given second smoke grenades. And what happens is, if your tank goes down, you can choose to repair it.
Right.
And you have a mechanic within an arm's length of this smoke grenade that is next to the tank. And once the smoke grenade has depleted and there's no more smoke, emitting from this grenade, your tank is now fully functional, and you can choose to get the fuck out of there if you need to. So we're trying
to Battlefield 4, people.
I was waiting to say that. I wanted to finish before that.
I mean, Ian, Rabbit and I may or may not be huge Battlefield
Thank
fans.
you.
And it's also, I think the only Call of Duty that I might have liked more than a Battlefield is the most recent one, the 2019 Modern Warfare. It's just the truth. But
I mean, we could run on this all day long, but I will throw this out there.
I'm putting this under.
I love Call of Duty. I have always loved Call of Duty. I played it when it was very first on the computer from the start.
Yep.
But it just doesn't have the same feel
as Battlefield. Oh my god, when he said I love Battlefield, dude, I'm like one of your guys' children.
Battlefield is a whole nother level, and it is
what it is. So this is exactly why I would pay top fucking dollar to do this shit. I don't care. I would. This is if this is really what you guys are trying to accomplish, I'm in 120%.
Dude, for sure.
With whatever I can do.
So that way the people know too that are listening. When is this event? What's it called? Where's it at? And how can they sign up? Just that way the people who are listening, who may not have known about it, who might be in the area or want to travel because it sounds like such a fucking badass game, know and they can make it happen.
Yeah. So first we'll do the easy stuff first, right? So the event is called Radio Silence. It's in the Skirmish USA in Albrechtsville, Pennsylvania, and it's September 11th through the 13th, and it's 40 hours straight. And then as far as tickets, you can go to our website, grimnirtactical.com. You can pick them up there. There's a link in our Instagram. You can grab a link right there. I highly recommend if you're first time going through, look at the badass narrative video that Rabbit put some time into. I teared up the first time I saw it, not going to lie. But we hope to see, a bunch of people there. I'll do the harder part now. So actually, Rabbit and I caught up before this, and we're going to hook you guys up with 2 tickets if you really do want to come to the event.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
We're packing the dually tonight. That's all there is to it. I'm driving my happy ass. That's facts. I'm not even lying.
Dude,
I'm on set. I just need to know the rules. I'll do it. I don't care. Go ahead. Sorry.
We're dropping money in the saw tonight.
No, we'll be fixing the saw this week.
I mean, yeah,
So-
we would love to have you guys. Honestly, we will definitely take those tickets on us if you guys want to come and join. You can choose either side, and it's kind of cool. I mean, like I said, Doc and I are legitimately blood brothers, and he is actually going to be running the IGC with another guy that's also on Grimnir Tactical named Mav, and then I'm going to be with Mungo running the CFI. So whatever you guys want to do, we'd love to have you. But it's going to be, like I said, definitely different depending on what side you take. So
Right.
you want to
Me and
Definitely
Nasty are we're butt brothers.
I'm top. Just know I'm the top. But
How's that for awkward on the mic?
everything I do is awkward, Jake. Okay. No,
It's not awkward. We got a couple of butt brothers on our team. It's cool, man. Okay.
Dude, that's
such a big honor for me.
yes, that's
I'm
exactly what I was
actually,
just
my
thinking.
hands
I
started
don't
sweating
have
the second he
anything,
said that.
I'm speechless.
I really don't.
100%.
Just know I will do my damnedest to try to
Yes.
make this happen.
For fucking sure. For fucking
man.
sure. Dude, you got me at a
It's
loss
okay.
for words, and I can talk through a lot of shit.
So it's all good, dude. Totally up to you guys. And look, we've been in contact, right? And our whole thing with this event is, again, like as Rabbit said, this is the first one we've done of this scale, right?
Right.
Our goal for this one is we just want to bring people in, especially after the bullshit that we've all been going through. Everyone needs a little bit of a pick me up. So we'll be in touch with that. Like as far as like that point, from that point, like get your ticket. If you guys want to bring some more people, we'll work with you on bringing a team in. If you want to bring other folks with you, I mean, just we'll hook you guys up because we're really honored to be on the show and we're really excited to be here. So
Dude,
we
the
wanted to get
honor
back.
is 100% ours. Like,
no, fuck.
you have no idea. We're just two.
Kansas
Well,
motherfuckers.
I'm one fat guy, one semi-fat guy who sit in the
well-
basement and record a podcast for a bunch of nerdy airsoft guys just because we like the community.
My awkward has shot through the roof, so I'm just gonna be quiet.
Right. Actually, hold on. We're going to pause for a second because I'm going to let my lovely assistant hit the record button again so that way we can re-roll the camera.
Okay, then we're golden.
We're good then.
So,
it's 100.
Before I shit myself in nervousness, can you please continue so I can get my mind off? My
yes.
arms are shaking.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, so like, yeah, I mean, just like Rabbit was saying, right? The two different sides, right? And while you guys are deciding, I think one of the other last things we want to make sure we talk about is these two sides, right? IGC and CFI. We've designed them and we're designing the missions around them so they feel unique, right? So there will be common missions, but at the same time, you know, we designed this IGC to feel like for a risk of getting yelled at for some reason, I wanted IGC players to feel like they were the Empire, like absolutely powerful and unstoppable and just a steamroller. And I wanted, honestly, CFI players to shit their pants if they ever came up against a full squad of IGC players. But we also want to design the CFI. They should wear plain clothes. We have a civilian faction that's going to be there. They can blend. We're going to design missions that are more, setting IEDs or hit and run or listening posts, sniping missions, right? So that role, like, depending on what you want to do, if you want to be a hardcore door kicker, go IGC. If you want to think a bit, if you want to think a little bit and you want to, use some subversion and use some stealth and do some night raid and spooky shit, go CFI, right?
Dude.
And we want that, right? We want people to identify with these factions, and we have I'd say probably a 2 or 3 year roadmap for the narrative, and we're also working on a couple other projects that we cannot talk about right now, but there are some projects that are going to come up that will be available to the community as a whole that can be used both inside and outside of our events. So we've got a team working on that.
That's nuts.
So
I just want to point out to everybody who's listening or watching this on YouTube or
whatever,
however you're watching it. Number one, you need to go follow. Jesus.
Yes.
You need to go follow Grimnir Tactical on Instagram so you can keep up with this amazing
This is just god tier shit,
dude. Seriously. You need to follow Task Force Podcast because I don't know
why
the hell.
Yeah.
Right. But
go buy their tickets. Do it.
Yes,
because I said so.
Tickets.
Get your mom's credit card.
Dude, what is amazing about this is these guys, like a lot of other companies, are putting on games and giving an interesting story so that way you want to come back and play next year. But there's no real incentive to change teams other than, oh, your buddy joined the other team. This right here is interesting in its own way because if you play this year on this team, you're going to have one experience. If you play next year on this team, you're going to have a totally different experience. And like, dude, this is really cool for somebody who likes to change it up. Yeah. And it's really cool for somebody who, if they like to keep it the same. Like this is
but inside each team, there's going to be an endless amount of things, to be done and to do.
Right.
So it's not like, okay, last year we started in this tree line and they started over here. Okay, do it again.
Right.
Every time you do this sounds like it's just going to be
a tank goes down. Who knows where the fuck it's going to be? Totally different scenario, always at random.
So I'll do you guys one better, right? Like, yeah, there's a different play style, but here's the real other thing. The event you're going to go to in September is never going to happen again. That specific scenario, there's not going to be a radio silence 2, 3, 4. You're going to go. You're going to fight this battle, and then what happens at this battle will directly impact how and where and the way the things happen and set up for the next episode, and maybe 3 episodes down the line. So we log and keep accounts of everything that happens, and then the narrative I have is kind of bullet pointed. So I have major things that are going to happen in these episodes, but depending on how they move and shift, the path to get to those big points are all going to change, and in the context that, and even elements of those big points are totally going to change based on what the players do. So every mission the players go through, right, everything they do actually will affect, the next event. So, for example, if, you take out an ammo refinery or a factory or something in event, episode 2, well, episode 3, right, maybe the IGC has limited ammo to start off with. Right, we only limit the ammo, and they can't go in with 10,000 rounds. They get 500 rounds. That's all they get.
Oh man!
So we're trying to not only present players choices, but let them feel not only the impact of their choices, both in the event and outside of the event.
That's fucking genius, dude. This is what we were talking about earlier today. This is the type of shit that I've been waiting for. Right. I don't want to go just to another event because I get my heart on off, right?
Right.
This is the type of shit I live for. I
Dude,
would
this
never
is
not go to these games.
This is a new level.
I'm so hype. The 4 monsters I've drank don't get me this hype. This is hyping me like a motherfucker,
dude. It is fucking awesome.
It's genius. I'm down. Matter of fact, what do I
I'm
need
so
to do?
excited.
You need more money?
Seriously,
Do you need help? I got
seriously,
you.
super excited for this whole thing. Yes, if you guys ever need any help, like we can provide, some help. If you ever need,
I build shit pretty
I
good.
told 5 Bro Tactical, if you guys ever need anything recorded, some stupid, I don't know, some dumb shit that we could record, I would love to help you guys out on the propaganda side, stuff like that. I think it's really cool.
I think that would be sick.
And
I make
any little
music.
bit-
I can
any
make
little
the
bit we can
music.
do
He can
is-
make the videos. We're golden.
Dude, it is pretty fucking
Yeah,
cool.
please let us know.
Like, I'm excited not only to be like to play, but I'm also excited for like you guys. Like, this is
I'm hyped for them. I'm not hyped.
Right,
just
right.
like I get the possibility, the greatest, possibility to play this game that's going to change every year. But it's exciting to see innovation happening,
right, changing, stepping outside
and
the norm.
through my fucking earphones.
Right.
That's badass.
Yes, dude.
I'm hyped for you guys.
Nasty is seriously pumped, like
I'm
hardcore pumped.
I haven't been this hyped for anything in quite a while, guys, and I'm not gonna lie. And you guys just made my life great today. So
I mean, that's really our goal, right? I mean,
yeah,
we're-
and you've
we're-
succeeded.
That's really all we care about, man. Like, everybody talks about airsoft community and mitigating toxicity and trying to get people to play the game, and it is such a fun fucking sport.
Right.
Why more people not taking advantage of this? Like,
Right.
find one kid that didn't want or didn't play Army Guy when they were 5, 6, 22 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
it doesn't matter how old you are. You want to do this shit.
Right.
And it's beautiful. Like, what actually comes out of it. We have military veterans that we've talked to, a couple of them on Grimnir Tactical, that literally use it as an escape to go back and feel that normality, which everybody, that normalcy that everybody's really thriving for right now. Everybody's
Yes.
longing. So if we can bring that to the community while also putting on what we hope to be revolutionary events, then I would say we're doing our job, and that's enough payment all together. I mean, listen, we don't have to grow up. We don't want to grow up.
Yes.
And if us playing airsoft and putting on events that everybody can share these experiences together, then that's going to keep us from being adults or having to
Right.
stop playing. We will do it until we die.
He's talking to my soul.
Bro, this guy over here, I just need your I have your voice on recording. I'm gonna listen to it every night. This is just amazing. No, and it's not even because the possibility of you guys providing us with an access to your games. It's just
No.
if let's say we didn't do this and I came across your website or in a podcast like this, hearing what you guys are talking about, I will forever come to your games. Matter of fact,
Right.
that will be the only game I come to. Not saying the other ones are not good and they don't have the reasons, but this, if I can throw myself through a door to open it, I'm going every year.
Dude, the fact that they are putting the airsoft community and the growth and just wanting to bring something
Yep.
fun back to the
First,
game
yeah.
for people I mean, these are the type of guys who are what we're talking about when we say you're part of the task
Right.
force. Like, you guys definitely are. You guys would be really a staple of the task force. Like, you're exactly what we're talking about
Right.
when we say, like, it's about the community. If you're not growing airsoft, it won't be there.
Right.
There's not a single kid out there who isn't probably playing Call of Duty right now thinking, oh my God, I wish I could do this for real.
And
know
now
what I
you
mean?
can.
You can.
And there's a real.
There's not a fucking adult out there that's not playing Call of Duty that's like, oh, I want to do this for real.
Now, this is the type of shit I would spend every waking moment pushing. I'm sorry, other events I wouldn't. It's the same event, but this, oh my God, dude! I would tell everybody who couldn't, just people who don't even care about me living. I would talk to them all day about this. It's great. This is
it gets awkward. Like I do that too. Like especially it's weird. Like when there's like a mom of like 3 in front of me at like the store, and I'm like down about my event. And she's like, "Who are you?" Why are you
right. Yeah. It's like,
But
hey,
Airsoft, get it out there. Let's go.
your kids will be playing at my event one day, bitch. Okay, listen to me,
Dude. I think it's amazing. It really.
and anybody who
Realistically,
thinks or has a debate whether they should go to an event or not, fuck all the other ones. This is the one I would sign up for.
spend that money.
Spend that money,
It's gonna
dude.
be
This
worth it.
would be. And if anybody needs a ride, we will be driving. I have a.
I mean, like if you're in the Kansas to Pennsylvania,
I don't care.
area,
Yeah, if in between that track, I'll come get you. Well, I will, dude. This will be lit.
dude, I got nothing. Like
You guys have blown me away.
the only thing
That's
I've
all there
got,
is to
the
it.
only thing I got for them now is like the only other thing that comes to my mind is like how the fuck did Grimnir Tactical get started? How did you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's start this. What brought that about? What started that? There's always that one moment that is that defining moment that makes you start it.
Yeah. So we grew up playing paintball like religiously,
Right?
and some of us actually started playing somewhat competitive and speedball, and then we transitioned to get that tactical feel again. We spent so much money on, I'm not naming brands, but certain products to get that tactical feel, that accuracy, and to have the kit that you could wear while you try to kick down doors. And there was always something missing. And Doc is prior service. Our father, Jackal, he's on the team, and he's a total badass. And we have a couple of other military veterans and police force veterans. Like, there was just something missing from paintball. And I actually work for a company, and we have a kid that's on our team, call sign Grizz. And one day he just kind of stopped me at work, and he was like, "Hey, can you watch this video?" And it was a Milsim West video. And he said, "I've wanted to do this since I was a little kid, and we have jobs, so we can afford to do this." And I was like, "Yeah, that's a pretty good fucking reason to do it." Okay. So our first airsoft event, 4 of us got into a Jeep, spent probably $1,000 a person to buy a kit, and we drove out to Camp Shelby, Mississippi for our first airsoft event ever. And we went on a limb, and we started the game, and we took a deuce and a half into Camp Shelby's mount site, and we got completely fucking destroyed. And we battle, and we were like, we will never play paintball again, and we are going to start Grimnir Tactical, and we are going to do cool shit. And then it just developed over time, and we went from a team of playing events to actually going, you know what? There's a need for something like an event that we have in mind. So why not hope for it, and let's fucking do it.
Yeah, I think the other thing, like, we also saw, like, talking about gaps, like, actually, I'm pretty sure I paid for the Squarespace subscription, like, on the car ride home. I was like, oh yeah, we're doing it. Like, on the car ride home, I started making the site map. But I think that, like, one of the things, like, we were, like, at first, what we first started doing was reviews. That's actually how Grimnir Tactical started. Like, in its current iteration, we were doing reviews of events, right? It was kind of like a blog almost. And, we went to a couple, a few events for over a year, and we started noticing, like, trends. We started noticing, like Rabbit said, things that were missing. And one of the big things that we wanted to provide is, like, we noticed some, the customer service in some areas was, like, subpar. Like, the way, certain players were treated when they were asked questions, and we were like, well, that's kind of fucked up. Like, as a customer, they need to be treated well. Like, they have questions. Like, I think earlier this week, so we wanted to make a very conscious effort to be like, this is for the players. Like, this is absolutely for you. Like, we're giving everyone not only control of the entire story and, like, impacting everything, but before the event, like, we're there for everybody. Like I think it was this week, we got on a call with, like, 10 dudes, of just players. And they're like, hey, we have questions about the rules. We have 10 guys. And then we were like, if you want, we'll get on a call with you and we'll talk it through, man. Let's talk about it. Because that's where the ideas come from, right? Like, we can have ideas, but, we want to really be there for our players. Like, we're trying to make it as convenient and easy as possible. So, it's just been really awesome just seeing the engagement so far. But, it's also very strange to see, like, a little over a year ago, Grimnir Tactical was, 4 people, out in Camp Shelby. Now we've got a 12-man team that trains monthly, and we're going to launch this event series in September. It's been gnarly. It's been absolutely amazing.
That's fucking amazing,
dude. The journey that Airsoft can take you on.
Yes. Over just like us and them. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah. And
then you guys are about to host some of the gnarliest shit I've ever heard of. Oh my god. All right. This is amazing. This is a movie. This needs to be a movie. You guys need to have a movie about you guys.
I mean, we kind of do. The narrative, and we do have some really cool stuff. Like, okay, listen. The best way to put this is we're airsofters. Airsofters don't want to fucking read, so we made it into pretty everybody enjoy. That was something we wanted to do. We wanted that cinematic feel, so people were like, "Yeah, I am in this movie, this video game, whatever you want to, depict as for your own, satisfaction." But after events, we're actually going to essentially do short films, and I mean like really short, that kind of wrap up, what happened at the event and, what the next event is leading to, utilizing kind of the key people like Doc, myself, and a couple of the other guys as the actors, so that people can start to recognize and see that, okay, like, this is we'll call it a post video that just summarizes exactly what happened and what's next for that faction, what the next event might be kind of hinting towards. So we're going to have that cinematic feel that's going to continuously roll throughout every single event.
You know what this is?
I'm dreaming.
You know what this is?
What?
This is by the airsofters for the airsofters.
Yeah, these guys are the core of everything we've been talking about for months.
Yes.
This is amazing.
By the airsofters for the airsofters is our slogan.
And these guys encapitalize this. That's like it's not even ours anymore. We have to change it.
Dude, it has
I think it's our presidential slogan for 2024. By the airsofters for the airsofters. We're gonna run. We're gonna make it happen.
Do it, dude.
That's fine. We wouldn't even be mad.
I usually have something stupid or good to say. I have nothing.
I know.
These guys are just fucking amazing. And like we said earlier, if you're not following them, you need to.
Right.
If you're not backing this and their story, you need to.
Right.
And if you're not pushing it, then fucking push it.
Right. The only thing I've got. The only thing I've got.
Like super nice to hear.
Dude, we could say amazing things all day long. Nasty, like literally, I've known this dude for 15 years or so, and he is looking at me like my life has changed.
No, really, it has, because this is what I've been looking for in airsoft since I fucking started with a Springer.
Right.
I need this. And I will have this. and they just so happen to be courteous enough to provide us an entry.
Dude.
You don't have to. I would, if you guys told us this and we're like, tickets were $1,000, I'm paying for 7 motherfuckers and we're going to do this. This is quality. This is what I've been looking for. And finally, after patience and years, these beautiful men have done that for me.
These sexy motherfuckers.
Right. Dude, I'm just blown fucking away. This is amazing.
The only thing I really can say is like thank you for joining us on the show. It's like seriously.
Oh my god.
I'm super excited for everybody to get to be able to hear this and watch this and get to hear what you guys are talking about and go check out Grimnir Tactical. It's it's a whole new level. I got nothing other than it's a whole new level. You know, it really is amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough for your time to join us. And
Holy shit.
the mishaps and the phone call drops and the most awkward fucking.
That's
dude.
good. That's all part of it, right? That was part of the fun, right?
Yes.
That's like,
Yes.
And this journey, I hope I can take with you guys every year.
Fuck
every event.
Fuck yeah.
Every moment you will see this motherfucker standing there with a smile on his face, waiting to do something fucking awesome.
Shot in the face.
Yes.
Oh man, I really hope you guys are able to make it out. And we didn't even talk about some of the stuff we have, like pregame, and we got some stuff. We got some surprises still. We got some good stuff lined up. So I mean, it's been awesome being here. Thank you. I mean, I hope you guys had a good time. We've had a great time,
bro. I'm juicing with sweat. This is amazing, bro. Like,
I mean, it was just the pleasure's been all ours, dude. Like I just, hopefully we can come back and like hang out with you guys, relatively soon.
Oh, definitely. I think we can sneak another show in before this event drops with you guys. I think that
I want to do a hype video for them.
I know,
and I'm going to be on that, and it will happen.
I think that definitely having another episode with you guys to continue the talk and have more information out there about this is something that people would want. And
if they don't, I want it. So that's what's going to happen. So,
but do you know what that means?
The longest outro to ever be created. Go ahead, Jake. Take it away.
We got to chime in on this. If you guys haven't already checked out 6mm Plastic, you need to go ahead and do that. 6mmPlastic.com. Those guys got all of your BB needs, from bios to tracers to non-bio, all different sizes.
In preparation for the sickest aim to ever happen.
Yes.
Go buy you some
You're going to
ammo.
need a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually a pretty good question. Bio or non-bio BBs at the event?
So we're going to be doing bio BB.
Okay.
You heard it first.
And 6mm has generously been working with us, and they will have some goodies at the event as well.
Oh my god.
Even better.
Discount code, goodies,
yes,
bios. I expect everybody to buy a ticket to this event and buy at least 10,000 rounds from 6mm.
Oh, you're going to need more than that.
Well, I'm going to just fill my truck up.
To just
this
pour
is long
over
enough.
yourself in the shower.
Continue.
Anyway, Task Force, all caps, Task Force Podcast, Task Force 2020, Jesus. Task Force, all caps, Task Force 2020. That's the discount code for 6mm Plastic. Save your guys' selves 10% off of your next purchase from them. Also, check out Dynamic Fuzz. Those guys have got all of the equipment you need, or the attachments to upgrade your Comtac 2s, MSA Swordens, put stuff on your MS2000s. They'll make your shit Gucci. That's all you really need to know. Check them out.
In preparation of the dopest event ever.
Yes. TFPOD, all caps, TFPOD 10. Get you 15% off your order from them. And if you want to run a dope-ass night vision set for
the dopest event ever to come,
then you need to check out Core Vision Industries. Those guys have got the hookup on the night vision you will need for
the dopest fucking game to ever be played.
So check those guys out. We love you guys. Thank you guys again for joining us on the show.
You.
I know you said the honor is all yours, but
you
I'm
have
going
no
to steal
idea.
that, and I'm going to say that it's actually all ours. You guys are far too kind. We're just a bunch of hillbillies from Kansas sitting at a table. So
we're just a couple of hicks from Kentucky. So
I like it.
And
so
at the end of the day, we really do take the time. I mean, we would love we could do this all day. Like, it's a shameless plug on our talk about Grimnir and our event. You guys nonstop if you'd have us. So, don't hesitate to reach back out.
Oh, definitely.
It's
we
happening.
will be talking for sure. And that's without a doubt. But again, if you guys are not following Grimnir Tactical, make sure you go follow them on Instagram. Check out their website. Was it grimnirtactical.com?
Yep.
I will see if I can get some information from them. I'm sure they will be more than willing to give me some. Maybe I'll put some stuff up on taskforcepodcast.com for you guys to be able to check out.
Yes, please.
But definitely go there, check that out. Some people have been asking me how they can support the show. right now, if you want to support the show, you can buy some Task Force Podcast t-shirts or Task Force Podcast patches, in which case just send me a message on the Instagram. We'll take care of you.
Do they have a way that we can buy shit from Grimnir?
I don't know. Do you guys have any products for Grimnir? Patches or anything along those lines?
No, we've got some prototypes in the works on some of the goods, and we only have team specific, like very small order, like t-shirts. You got to make the team essentially to get one of them. But that's something that's on the roadmap for coming soon. Ian, Rabbit, whoever you are, the other guy, other Grimnir guy. What you got? Do you have any other updates on that?
No, we got some stuff in the works. I mean, we'd love to get some apparel out there. I think we were just kind of, letting ourselves roll into the scene of it before throwing out stuff. People are like, "Who the fuck are these guys thinking that I want to buy them?"
Right.
But maybe come to the event and then you maybe want to buy a shirt. So
Yeah,
for sure.
there we go.
Number one way to help support Grimnir Tactical.
Get to these games.
Go to the event.
Buy their shit just because I told you to,
Be a
and
part
you
of
should
it.
want to.
It's going to be life-changing.
So
we love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank
you guys again for being on the
We'll
show.
see
This
you.
has been awesome.
Thank you, guys.
So
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, guys. So much fun. Thank you so much for the highlight of
Yes.
that week.
Thank you guys.